All right, looks like, I hope I'm live. Let me see. Looks like I'm live. Am I live? All right, let's see. Yes, I think I'm live. Perfect. Perfect. Hi, everyone. Good evening. How are you? So, good evening or good morning where you're watching this video. I hope you all are doing really amazing and had a great start of the week. So busy for me, but I wanted to talk about several topics here, all back to back and all connected to each other. And as you can tell, if you watch my previous video, the last video I made, literally the last video on my channel, was about, it was set, there was a lot of issues with two sides now. And I talked about this, and guess what? Also, many people in the newsrooms, in the courtrooms, actually news anchors are starting to saying the exact same thing I mentioned in pretty much last several videos, how terrible it is to have these outside craziness and outside demonstrations going on, and that is really getting out of awry, out of scale, out of touch really. And I will show you some pictures where now, as I kept saying before, also including as if the call by Paul O'Keefe with that paid interview by CBS Boston, actually calling people to become the opposite, right? Like, we will have the power, we also have this, like, actually, literally, and this is how you create these two absolutely off the scale, off the rail, and out of touch really, groups that does not help the Karen Read case whatsoever, full stop, actually hurting her. And I understand that the Canton people want to get justice or get the corruption, right, in, because they live there, correct? But they are, it is clear now, using the Karen Read trial to stop or bring attention to the corruption by using the Karen Read trial and the John O'Keefe or justice for John O'Keefe. This is not about justice for John O'Keefe. This is not also about Karen Read. These people don't even probably ever seen Karen Read at all, because Karen Read doesn't even live there. It is about, their bottom line is to bring attention to the corruption of the Canton Police, of the DA's office, what have you, but by using the Karen Read trial, they have no idea, and I hope they finally can see through, but damage has already been done. It will get worse from here. That they are actually hurting the Karen Read trial and Karen Read. And so this is really, and so that Yanati, like, jazzing people up, like, oh yeah, this is so enormous amount of this great attention, what have you, and then Karen Read now walks with bodyguards. Like, come on, man, this is really getting absolutely ridiculous. And this is actually, as I keep saying it, and literally today a judge, and I will talk about that case, literally said in the courtroom when they were just cheering on of the acquitted, when we talk about that also in a second, then the judge said, excuse me, Listen, guys, still one person died, correct? Yeah, something is with my, I think, internet. The chat is maybe delayed, I'm not sure, but I really hope that you can get in any case. So the judge literally mentioned, listen, a person died. Still, regardless of the acquittance, a person died, right? And so this is so important, and I literally, everything I say now, I mean, the judges are saying, the lawyers are saying, the news anchors are saying, it's really not rocket science, it's humanity, right? It's being a human being and understanding uh, everything that's going on as a whole, right? As a totality, and that's critical. It's just one side and that side. No, it's the whole thing we need to consider when we do our assessments, correct? And that is my position that I keep talking about, and it up I know it's always been accurate. So what else? And I hope you can share and spread this far and wide, so that that people understand. And when I see again, keep reading the comments on these crime whatever channels, it is very, very concerning to me how people's minds are functioning, in what kind of level of empathy they are, or lack of thereof. And that's frightening, that's really concerning. And then one might wonder, why are you watching these types of things? I personally only literally had absolutely no idea about the wording, and the goddamn train is again out loud here as I'm alive, as I'm in a meeting, as I'm this, as I'm that. I mean, the entire time was quiet. Whenever I go live or whenever I have a meeting, this train goes nuts. I don't know, it's just so bothering me. Oh my god. It's not the train, it's the new conductor or something. It presses the horn so bad. Like, enough, we got it, just move on, you know? Oh my god. Can you hear it? Can you hear it in the background? It's just so much. It boils my brain, you know, my like adrenaline, like cortisol level goes like jumps up to the sky because it's so loud. Anyway, so I literally learned the wording, even that law of crime, no, not law and crime, sorry, what? What's that called? True crime. True crime, true crime. I mean, this, like how many people are into this? I didn't even know what that means. When I started to do these videos about just talking about from the behavioral way, the sociological way, the psychological, mental, physical health, emotional health, all together from that aspect to education, for education purposes, honestly, and then I was so surprised that so many people are really just watching this stuff. And then one might wonder, why are people so much watching these things? And then I learned about true crime, true crime, like it's a thing, you know, a true crime thing. And now so many channels are popping up from left and right. It's just so unbelievable to me. Like, why are people watching this? For what? And when you read the comments, you're just like, not on my channel thankfully, but on other channels, when they're live stream in the courtroom, and then, or not only courtroom but later on, like these some lawyers and doing some recap of live streams and what have you, then the comments are just so bizarre and so like joking and fun, and they're just like as if they have really nothing in life going on, and they're from like hours on the chats and chit-chatting for hours and hours and hours, and they're laughing, and some people's lives are in line, and then in the meantime they're just like doing funs, jokes, emojis and what have you. And that's really concerning to me, and I really don't see this as anything positive that should be happening in this world. And now we see really how horrible these type of cases are become, more brutal, more like zero empathy. And will have another video on this about the generations and how this is being impacted by that. And I have strong opinions on that, and people sometimes judging, oftentimes, because when I talk about generations, but it's the true stuff, it's sociology. So people take the sociological impact as personal, and that's what narcissism, right? It's all me, 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 on really a case. All right. Yeah, there you go. So let me see. I want to put myself here for a second. All right, let's arrange all of this and then keep going. There you go. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. So let's put you down here. All right. I have to do this and see if it can be done manually. So I just really put this as a thumbnail and say, spot the woman who was acquitted. So there are 3 women here that I'm going to talk about. And so the 2 that I said had the same day at the same time today their hearing. If nobody knows, so here are the women that I'm talking about. So the far left is Karen Reed, right? And in the middle is Ashley Benefield, my last video. And now, actually, that I want to talk about yesterday, but I couldn't, but today, all 3, it's so much better to have them all 3. And that is Marsha Thompson. And let's talk about her, okay? Because with Marsha Thompson, if you watch, and I highly, highly, highly encourage you to watch her testimony. She, as a defendant, shot and killed her husband, and I believe the father of her children, young children, I believe. And she was unbound. 5 years this trial was going on. She was not, and they were only FaceTiming the children and her, but she had an unbelievably amazing lawyer, and all really becoming friends together, like so much, and I will talk a little bit more about that as well. And then she, yesterday when she took a stand as a defendant, she asked a million times, Are you sure this is your right, but you don't have to? Nobody can force you to take a stand. No one can push you to that. Are you sure you want this? Do you really, really, really want this? Like this is, you can opt out at any time, but this is not forced. Like, are you sure? Are you sure by law you don't even have to do this? And she said, yes, 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 I will take a stand. And so she took the stand, and let me tell you this, I'm so happy that she did, because remember in my last video I talked about Ashley Benefield and both, like she and Marsha Thompson, claiming self-defense, right? Like she both actually not self-defense but necessarily, but like domestic abuse, right? Domestic violence. So she Ashley Benefield in the middle, that ballerina, the former ballerina and model, what have you. And I just go back and watch my last video because I talked about her in lengthy. So she actually, and I will have some pictures I showed to you and you can see the difference, how she claims that there was domestic violence, and she did it out of her own protection, out of her child protection, but she is being accused of luring her husband in, who was loving and caring, and as I mentioned in my previous video, was actually supporting her dream. And what she is now not realizing is that the man, her husband, is dead, but he has, and from his previous wife, and a daughter, like a young woman daughter. I don't know how many, she's a teenager, 20 years old or 19 years old or something. So she is also, she has testified today and will be going forward also testify, but she literally says she's now without her father, without her dad, and she also testified, and it, what she described him as, like this monster, what have you, it doesn't, is not even accurate at all. And that she was, and today's hearing you could see that, hear that, that she was non-stop talking, non-stop, like complaining, talking, and over and talking, and telling her story, like her whatever bothering her, non-stop. And then they asked, like, what would your dad do at that moment? And she said he would just sit quiet and just listening to her, and get her everything out of her, from her chest, really. And that reminded me, and I will do another video, I don't want to give much about this right now, but that reminded me of two other women doing the exact same thing. And then I will say, what has these three women in common? I will do another video, because today, literally when I heard that, I was like, bing, okay, these three women, exact same behavior, and I will tell you exactly what it is. And that comes still back to that men are being the targets and men are being abused. And I will show you the pictures of Ashley Benefield's hearing today and her demeanors and all that. But coming back to Marsha Thompson, the woman with the white shirt who is crying, when you hear her testimony, like remember what she all said, but I think the entire, whoever watched this video, I mean, watched her testimony, and including the jury, immediately, you could tell immediately this woman was so bad. Like, I've never heard like so much abuse, so deep deep, horrific abuse. I mean, you need to watch it. So if I remember, remind me in the comments that I will put the link there. You need to watch it. You need to watch it to really understand what domestic abuse really, really, really is, and these victims can't get out. And guess what? Her attorney, her lawyer for 5 years said today. She was, I mean, I felt already in love during the, I didn't even see her face. The questioning, her tone, her demeanor and attitude, I loved her powerful way of talking so much, the questioning, and she was so brilliant. You can tell she was a brilliant attorney. And guess what? Literally today, she was acquitted, and there was this screaming and cheers. I will show the pictures. And what happened was she came on to and an interview with Court TV, and then she said, I have never met such a kind and gentle person ever in my life. When she was talking about Marsha Thompson. And when you could hear her the abuse that she endured, oh my God, I mean, I am feeling suffocated, like I'm choking. It's just so, it's so horrible. And you could tell, like, the way she said it, the way her words was not like stories and stories. Like, you can see the difference between a person who's truthful, not lying, and just say, when someone tells us the truth of what happened, there is no lengthy, I need you to understand that there's no lengthy sentences. She was so sharp, and she said in one sentence, 2 sentences max, this happened, he did this, yes, he did that, he did this, he did this. And like you can tell every question was answered with a sentence or 2 max, because you could see that the words barely could get out of her mouth, because you could feel from her entire body. She was talking through her entire body. It came across like so powerful. There was no shbanks, no spiels, no manipulation, no like looking at the jury. She didn't. And that bothers me the most, when defendants are sitting there and then just looking at the jury, you know, like, this is not a show. If you are honest and truthful and just pour your heart out, you don't care. You just want your words to be heard. And that exactly what she did. I mean, I can't cry right now because it was so powerful. The way she talked, again, through her whole body, she talked. And she didn't even a second look at the jury, because that wasn't the point. She wanted to be heard. And I think she felt for the first time safe to talk about this so openly. And guess what? There were so many very, very intimate stuff that was so horrible to even hear. I mean, and then you can see how domestic violence victims, like domestic violence victims, they cannot get out. And this includes men and women. I cannot emphasize this enough. So in this case, for the middle person, like the Ashley Benefield, to me, it's totally the opposite. It's the man who is the victim. And I will make a video about this. Domestic violence, abuse, like non-stop talking, and more and more and more. And that at that one point, like the man just shuts up and just like not responsive, because it's done. And then still the man, because then the women makes him guilty and guilty and guilty, and he tries to more please, as with the nature of man, tries to please her and more and more and more, because he is being manipulated emotionally that everything is his fault, his fault, his fault, right? This is a complete opposite scenario. So Ashley Benefield, claims that domestic violence, and which now you can, and this, look, this is the universe, right? Like, it literally the same day there's a hearing, and there is a black and white, day and night, sky and earth difference between the two. One is real, one is fake, 100 million %. And then I will talk about the issue between, or the similarities and the terrible actions between, like Ashley Benefield case and the Carey case. But now the two, and then the two, okay? So first let's talk, let me show you how Marsha, once she was acquitted, how, hopefully you can see this. Okay. Then she was acquitted right here. Like the lawyer, her lawyer with the blue, and the other counsel on the left, and Marsha, so they were hugging, and there was like this cheer, but the judge like sharply blocked it, like, stop it right now, stop it. But so so they hugged for so long, and she cried and cried, and both hugged so deeply, so deeply. And then, you know, look at this. They were just like, she's in the middle, like the attorneys are hugging, sandwich in between. And I didn't put the picture where, like, at the moment when she was acquitted, like people in the back, like, yeah, like this. And the judge really sharply blocked that. So this was such a, I think, moment in the history, I believe, will go, or should go, as severe domestic violence as an example. And what this woman has endured is just out of this country, out of this world. I mean, so bad. And guess what? She is the third wife of that man who eventually Marsha shot to death. Okay? So, and the deliberation was only 4 hours. 4 hours. And that's why many people, like the court TV news anchors, men, obviously, I mean, men don't understand that when they have nothing experienced, anything like, yeah, he literally said, oh, I thought it would be, I predicted the entire time this was guilty. And no one watching this said this would be guilty. It was absolutely not guilty. Absolutely. I mean, it wasn't surprising to me that a man made such a comment like this. And I heard this so many times by men. They don't understand what women usually go through. My chat is keep getting like connected, disconnected, connected, disconnected. So I want to see what's going on here, and if people are watching or what's going on, if somebody's here. Oh, Kristen! Hi, Kristen. Oh my goodness, are you here? Yeah, sorry about this. I just saw you. Say it. Can you say hi if when you're here? That would be awesome. So now let me just delete these. Actually, let's keep it because I organized them a little bit. So now let's talk about Ashley. Okay. Move them up here. All right. One more. So this. Hey, Kirsten! Yay! I'm so happy you're here. I missed you. How have you been? I missed you. My Aqua, Kirsten, I missed you. I will come to the what you said, that, as I mentioned, it wasn't displayed in the comments, but what you said, literally the exact same thing during on Monday what happened. I will have pictures on that, and we will talk about this after Ashley Benefield. Well, it's so interesting. So yeah, so this, I don't know what's up. This was the pre-trial hearing, or no, stand your ground hearing or something. This was Monday. Look at this. This woman stared. I miss you too. Oh, you're so sweet. We should have, since you're in Massachusetts, we should meet for a coffee one day. Really. I would love to. We have so much to chat. So this woman literally could not get her goddamn face and eyes out of the camera. Not like, she's non-stop staring at the camera, like straight up. And that, look at this picture. I found it so bizarre that these three and this dude here, this man, I believe, is the like, not the attorney, but what is it called? Hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god. I needed to needed a break from all of this injustice. Oh my god. Yes. My work is also so busy, and these live streams makes me a little bit out of get me out of work, but I really just, I'm feeling so angry with how everything is been developing. It's just not right. It's just not right. And then, have you watched the Secret Service chief who finally resigned? I mean, her Congress questioning was like out of the sky. I was so bad. Like, oh my god, what's going on in this world? Seriously. Any case, that's so this guy, I believe, is not just it's not the attorney, but there was a fight about this, that he wasn't allowed to sit in the front, but he sits in the back of the bench, like he's an assistant to the attorney or something. So he wasn't allowed to sit together with them, with the attorney, but in the back bench. So this is, I believe, that, and the other two. So for whatever the hell reason, I have no idea, they were literally staring for minutes, in all three, in the camera. Like, what's your problem? What the hell is your problem? And this Ashley Benefield is literally staring non-stop at the camera. But I will show it to you to what happened today during the hearing. Like, down and camera, down, I'm so sad, camera, oh, so I'm so sad, let me look it up. I will show it to you. I can't stand stuff like this, okay? And also, what's up with that hair? Like, these types of, hairstyle, like all of the inmates, women have, for whatever reason. I'm so surprised. Like the inmates, and she's also doing this hairstyle. Like, does she look like innocent with this or whatever the hell? It doesn't matter. People don't believe you because you are so fake. It's just unbelievable. Your fakeness is just screaming through the cameras, okay? So nobody believes you. Nobody. So look at this. Okay, before we get there, I want to show you the other ones first before we get there. Okay, that's the judge. I like this judge. He's so, but something was off. So look at this. So she, and I have so many more, but I deleted them because I'm like, I can't see this anymore. Because let me see what this is about. Yeah, this is the other one. Okay. Okay, so this is today's hearing. Today, same hairstyle, very minimal clothing, but yet very polished. Everything is polished. Everything is sharp. And this is exactly, when we talk about Karen Reed and her together, this is exactly what she's doing. She takes the Karen Reed trial as a photocopy and copies it and applies to her own case. What she doesn't understand is, you literally killed him. You literally killed him and admit that you killed him. The only way you try to get out by faking that this was domestic violence. They deserve Oscars. Exactly. Exactly. And so you can't, the popularity, take the popularity from the Karen Reed trial and apply to this. It's a day and night story. That with Karen Reed, it's not even clear who killed it, right? Who killed him? You actually killed him. You admit that you killed him, and the only way you try to get out is by using the what's it called? The Florida law that the self-defense didn't apply. So for that reason, now you can only claim and try to get out with domestic violence, which is an insult to people. Like, and again, like the universe literally put it side to side. Same day, the actual domestic violence case of Marsha Thompson. As if this is like a miracle, right? Like the same day, day and night, the same time, the hearing at the same time. She gets acquitted, but she will have, and nobody believes her. And everyone immediately believed Marsha. Immediately. Because her body language screamed her pain. And so, but this one, polar opposites, yes, exactly. But this one here, the way she sits like this non-stop and then Still, let me look up to the camera. Doesn't look up to the camera. Let me just, okay, I'm so sad, and let me look at the camera. So then what happened was, I mean, this judge is a very cute judge and also a very good one. He is, for me, the definition, what I also have seen 10, 15 years ago in the US for the first time. I was in the court on my own, suing my landlord at that time. So, and I won the case, by the way. No lawyer, no nothing. I was brand new to the American judicial system. I had no idea what to do. And I won 3 times my court case. That's why I know exactly, and that's why I'm pushing these people, pushing people to learn about the law, because I studied the law, and I did everything I possibly can, and I was on my own. I had no lawyers, no nothing, but the other people came like with a group of like the lawyers and people, what have you, and I was on my own, and 3 times I won over and over again. And so yes, despicable, because women like this make it harder for the truly abused and battered. Exactly, exactly. And this is like the universe really showing us in the front of our face, like, no, 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 no. This is how domestic violence looks like. The other way around was domestic violence against the man. This was a domestic violence case for the man, and Marsha's case was domestic violence against women. It's literally with Ashley Benefield the opposite. So just because, again, I hate when people put these type, I'm a woman, that's why I'm all right, you know, and domestic violence, women, no, no, no. You literally, clearly from the testimony of the daughter, literally she was on and on and on and on and on and on, and really suppressing him like a maniac. In any case, so this judge for me also reminded, also as he looked, because that time that judge who granted, you know, he was supportive of me and he granted everything I requested, so he was looking also like him. But I like his ruling a lot. I like his sharpness, but I do love how very respectful, very, that for me this is a judge. How a judge supposed to very, like how I know judges. Like now these day and age, the judges are like, I can tell you, like trash. Okay, seriously, like very, very, very horrible. And so he is a kind, very gentleman on both sides, very, very kind on both sides, so, and respectful. But so because he's at this kind of nice nature, at the end, after the jury was off, the last few minutes they were discussing how we're going to proceed tomorrow, what we're going to do, motions and these and that. And then there was some jokes about, he said, okay, damn, like the water bottle or whatever is like it's in repair, so I should have mentioned that, so okay, this and that. And then at the end they were talking about so tomorrow you can come a little bit later, he said to the jury, and then they were discussing what time to come, and it was a little bit of later time, so you can come, you don't have to, because now we finished this discussion, you don't have to come at 8:30, and you can come at 9. And then the state attorneys, women's, they were like, oh, maybe we should do some 9:30, and then haha, they were laughed, and then everybody laughed, and as they were leaving, and then this woman turned into this. Hold on, where is she? turn into this. She was laughing also. Ha ha ha. Like, guys, so this is the moment when the faker, the liar drops for a millisecond the position that was been held for hours, dropped it, and that's the moment you can see the real face, the real attitude, the real thing. And then in the matter of seconds, as she was moving towards the door, like a little bit further, then she was like this again. You can argue and say maybe it was a moment of everyone relaxing, right? Give a benefit of a doubt, like if everyone was like tense. But listen, again, go back and watch Marsha Thompson. She was away from her children, was not allowed during 5 years to come closer ever physically to her children. FaceTime only. She didn't work for 5 years. Her life was on hold. She was on the trial, right? Like on the path of the trial. She was on a monitor. There was no millisecond that this woman even smiled. I mean, I can't cry right now even when I mean, she affected millions of people who watched her. I think this will be not the end of we are hearing from her, because she affected everyone who watched her. There was no 1 second she could even when she was acquitted. When she was acquitted, this was how she looked. This is the moment she got acquitted. She was like, it wasn't like this. Her face was like this all the time. The pain go through her body. At no moment ever she was this, ever, even during acquittance. This is like a face drop right there. And this is not just one moment. This was a continuation of a minute or two, like a lengthy, she was smiling. This is like several pictures I took. I took at least, I don't know, 5 to 6, 7 pictures where she was constantly like laughing, smiling. And I wanted to show to you the ones that actually she was like smiling big with teeth. And then as she walked a little bit further that way, then her face dropped again. Oh, I have to remember to be sad, because of the cameras. So even if everyone around is laughing, smiling, relaxing, a true victim with true pain, I don't think there would be anything to have even the feeling to laugh. There's a humongous difference between Marsha and Ashley, day and night. It's just so sad. It's just so sad how people manipulate or think that they are so smart, and that's usually narcissists are like that. They are just like they think that, I've dealt a lot with narcissists like who were pathological liars. I had a colleague like this. He was a pathological liar. Oh my God. Like he would lie, and he was an MD. He was a freaking MD. And guess what? He even went so far to become a surgeon and even department chef or chief or leader. I don't even know anymore. I don't know. It was so many years ago. But was such a pathological liar that, and you can see is so nice and kind and smiling and always kind and gentle and but a pathological liar who would non-stop lie and then lie and lie and then lie and forget about the lies. And then my other colleague and I, we were just like, at one point I remember my other colleague would say, who were so close to each other, but fake, obviously, like business closeness, would say, this person doesn't even understand that we can see through the lies, right? I was like, yeah, real. Do you see that too? It's like, she's like, oh yes, like, this person doesn't even understand that we don't buy the lies, that we can see through the lies. I never forget that. So that's what pathological liars, and I deal with multiple of those, don't understand that people, and they think they're so smart, that they can outsmart FBI in the hearings, right? Or the police or these and that, or people around them. They think they're so smart to outsmart people, but what they don't get is we can see through. We don't buy it. This is like this energy of what people don't really misunderstand, or just don't understand the energy that people exude, like, to the outside. The aura, or whatever you want to call it, it's the tension and the relaxing and the body language and the chemical, because it's all chemical in the body. Has nothing with woo-woo stuff. It's all brain chemistry and all the chemistry with the hormones. And that's what the energy, what we are talking about, energy is literally the brain chemistry and the chemistry in the body of the molecules. And that's what causes these ways of how we smell when we of the attitudes and the energy, the stress level, and all of that. And people who are dumb, actually not knowing science, they think it's like the energies, but they don't get it's actually scientific. So whatever. All right. Stereotypical views. Yes. Aha moment. Which one is the aha moment? So now let's move to the Karen Reed, and I will talk about this and the way how the Ashley Benefield stuff and the comparison of the two, or the so let's talk about this. So literally, Kirsten, as you said, like now the O'Keefe side is wearing blue, as if the Karen Reed people don't believe in police or don't support the police. It has nothing to do with that. But again, Paul O'Keefe is the one who called these people. I keep saying this. In that paid CBS News, CBS Boston interview, he literally called these people. After that happened, they got out of control, okay? So, and then here, let me see. So this one, I really like, what is this, you know? Like, actually, what is this? Like, now, Karen Reed, her laughing after not ever smiling. Exactly. Yes, exactly. That Ashley just like this, and let me check the camera, let me check the camera, and then that, yeah, absolutely, it's just ridiculous. Any case, so the Karen Reed, now she's walking with bodyguards and whatever. It's just unbelievable to me, okay? This is just getting nuts, okay? So down let me show the other one. Yeah, like we support the blue, just not the corrupt blue. See, that's what I'm saying. These people who want to expose the corruption, but using Karen Reed does not help her. In fact, it actually harms her. Harmed and harms her. Then, let's see this one. Yeah, and then literally they're on the other side. Now, like, yeah, and this and that. Like, guys, like, this is just unbelievable. And I will show it. I will actually read a text from the NBC Boston news anchor who was in the courtroom and literally yesterday said exactly what I've been saying all along. And I will read it to you. I will read the script she was saying in that video. You can watch it. I will read the script. So then I will show you this one here. Let me see this one. Yeah, do you see this? Do you see two sides? This is getting out of control. Like, this is just not justice. This is just something else. This has nothing to do with anything. Full stop. It actually again is hurting her. What's even this? It's count 1 and count 2. Okay, and then what's this? Let me see. Yeah, it's like what is this? Like, what actually is this? I'm telling you, this is, people are so, I don't know if people are hungry for like, people want to hold on to something, you know, like so bad, but in an obsessive, compulsive, in a very bizarre way. Do you even demonstrate about Gaza? Do you even demonstrate about anything, the Secret Service or whatever the hell? I mean, there's so many things going on. Did you hear? Kirsten, you are a nurse. I literally saw it minutes before I went live, like to this evening. I saw in the news that, and I can't believe it's not out there like so big. Get this. Boston Children's Hospital is the almost world's largest, biggest children's hospital. Is a Harvard affiliated hospital in the Longwood medical area, where Harvard Medical School is, where Dana-Farber Cancer Institute is, where Brigham Women's Hospital is, and BIDMC. and whatever. So it's the world's almost largest children's hospital, yeah, in the world. So a newly, get this, a newly anesthesiologist fellow, 35, and I literally was thinking earlier the afternoon about this, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, about the generations and people get mad. And when I saw that, I was literally thinking that few hours ago about this. And when they wrote the age, I was like, that's it. I'm telling you, I literally thought about this a few hours ago. 35 years old, anesthesiologist fellow, newly hired in Boston Children's Hospital, is detained due to child pornography charges and distribution thereof. Can you imagine this? Can you imagine this? Apparently, he was in a secret app or group, secret group, closed group of an app or something that he and by the way, he was a fellow. Where was he? I don't want to butcher it. It was in Maryland, or I don't know whichever university, also a big university, was also a fellow of anesthesiology in a children's hospital. This is his second fellowship. And so he was just newly hired. And then in order, get this, in order to be able to get into the secret group of child pornography and to distribution thereof, he had to submit a child that he knew to that group to be able to get in. Oh my God! Like, oh my God! Like, I can't even describe to you. I mean, how effed up are people? And I'm telling you, I will do a video about this. Watch the age, 35 years old. I will do a video about this. 35 years old. In a children's hospital and does child, I mean, and so, and then when they searched his apartment or home or whatever, they found videos, laptops, these and that, from children like age from even 2 years old. Oh my God, okay, I want to get out of this conversation, okay. All right, let's go back to this, okay. Oh my God, I know, and that's what I keep talking about, right, in my videos, like the most vulnerable, the most people, like how many child murders are out there right now, like one after the other, after the other, after the other, is just out of control. No one, I mean, exactly, that's what I thought, 100%. And because a second fellowship at the exact same line, right? You could do, I mean, oh God, all right. is just horrific. And imagine that in order to get to this group, he had to submit from a child that he knows pictures. I mean, oh, who? Like, you know what I mean? Oh, oh my God. Anyway, so let's go back to this. Do you understand what I'm talking about? It's not, why don't you just like demonstrate about that stuff? Like being out there about with this, I'm sorry, but listen, when I talk about clothing and attitudes and stuff and behavior, it is important. Oh, it's the 21st century is 2024. We should not judge people by their clothing. Listen to me. Every clothing is a statement. There's even like a business out of what should they wear in the hearings. What should a defendant wear? There was even a conversations about that in court TV or whatever, in long crime, whatever, about like, you know, what they should wear. And even the person they brought on as an expert was so off, was just so off. Like, you're like, what? That's totally off what you're talking about. In any case, the reason everyone can wear whatever the hell they want, but it's a statement also. Like, what does it show to you when someone, for example, comes on YouTube, and I've seen gazillions of those influencer YouTubers coming and making videos with the bathrobe or like a morning, you know, night robe. Like, in some cultures, that's really wild. Like, I mean, the way I grew up, that's done. That's private stuff. That's intimate stuff. That's private stuff. I don't give a crap about your sleeping habits, your bathroom habits, your whatever the hell habits. I don't give a crap. If you are talking about a topic, then dress accordingly. So for this, that's why I took the picture, like gang clothes. You are so absolutely right. Yeah, exactly. Because no one would believe you. So from me, outside, I would not know what this man stands for. What are you standing for? For what? To me, you are there for fun. It's a joke. It's a fun. And what happened in Marsha Thompson's court today? When she was acquitted finally after 5 years, and be able to see her children again in person after 5 years, her little children, and they were like, yeah, screaming in the back, and she was like, go watch it. She screamed, deputy, shut this up, stop this, stop it. She was screaming, the judge, because, and she literally at the end, when the jury and everything left, they were still like, oh yeah, hugging and like loud. And then the judge said, excuse me, I want you to still respect that someone has died. Do you understand that? And everybody, yes, we understand. I watched that. It's literally my words. If you followed my Karen Reed whatever videos, whatever, you would see that that's my words. People should respect that someone has died. This is not, I'm so sorry, has nothing about a brutal murder case. If you want to stop corruption, do another separate one, but don't mix it up with the Karen Reed tribe, because you guys totally blew it off for her. And I will show you exactly what I'm talking about, and I read the script. Yeah, okay, goes back to the beginning. So now I want to read to you the text of that NBC Boston anchor, Sue. Her name is Sue, I believe. If I can get this. Yep, all right. It's right here. So she says this, and this is a transcript from the video. I mean, you can watch. It was literally yesterday's video. So she says, come on, computer. Hold on. Oh, come on. Don't freeze right now. Please, don't freeze. No. Come on. It was good and good. All right. All right, there you go. I have jury duty coming up in August myself, and I'm going to show up, and I'm going to hope that I get the same protection that these jurors do. To their point, it's the sanctity of the juror's room. This is how our system works. If you are unhappy with this, vote for people who are going to change it. Find things that you can do to change the law. Exactly. The jurors are not the bad guys or the good guys in this. They are just the jury of our peers. And when I was in that court, I didn't get into the courtroom today, which was yesterday, but I was in the courthouse. Other people have trials going on. And listen to this. Other people have trials going on. There is a man who was there. So that really like made me almost cry. Listen. There was a man who was there hoping that something would change so that he could get a job. And the people are outside screaming, and he is unnerved by this. There are other jurors who are coming in for other cases watching this. What does this say about how we protect our jury system? Exactly. If they are going to be subjected to all of this all the time, and all this scrutiny to the point that Sue... Okay, sorry. then there's this other anchor says, to this scrutiny to the point that Sue is making, Judge Canoni has decided in this instance to keep the jury list secret based on what you know. Is that the appropriate step? I think it is. Initially, the order of empowerment only lasted 10 days. In the order allowed for if there was good cause shown, and we have known how now have seen that subsequent juror came forward, hired their own attorney, which you know that's what we don't want jurors having to hire attorneys to petition the court to say, hey, I'm so afraid that I'm afraid I'm going to be followed home. I'm afraid if my name becomes public, I'm going to be harassed. All these kinds of things. So I think it was the right decision that when that affidavit and the motion came out from that jury, it was clearly good cause was met. And I think you're always going to want a side on the side with the side of the juror's protection. And I think she did the right thing. Yeah, well, I think all you have to do is look at the video from outside and the courthouse today to see this has gotten out of hand. Yeah, it was raucous that jurors now are worried about their safety. The juror that came forward specifically said that their jobs, their family, their thought, they were even followed. Things have gotten way out of hand. The fact is that you can support one side or the other without such a dangerous threat that now exists as we have seen. It wouldn't surprise me, obviously, at all that when the case is retired, we will have the distance rule again in place. And I think you saw it. Today's action as saying that was pretty good idea while the case was being tired the first time. While the case was being tried the first time. Do you now see what I'm talking about? Exactly what I said, and Sue put it in a great words. Exactly that. It's dangerous. It's absolutely freaking dangerous. And let me tell you this, and then I'm going to end here, that this turtle boy thing, right? This guy, and I keep saying this, and I will say this over and over and over again. This guy thinks that or justifies his action as a journalist or want to be a journalist or is a journalist in education, but his action is nothing journalist-like. It's harassment, is bullying, is hearsay, is a lot of trash. Like seriously, low-level trash. Like there's no quality in anything, and the way he just says things, and by the way, this person said this, and by the way, did you know that in this restaurant somebody attacked this person and somebody attacked that person? Like he fuels this type of animosity and like this danger, this negativity and the harassments and the bullies. I mean, he is actually the bully. He is actually the bully. And so we gotta understand the left and right for this. And I mean, I don't understand when people watch these type of true crime. I didn't even know that this word even existed until recently. Whenever these people watching law, crime, are you not a truth seeker? Or are you just watching for fun, just get jazzed up by, I don't know, these type of brutalities, making jokes of it, funs of it, sending emojis to each other, whatever the hell. But if you are as a little bit of an interest in law, and law means the truth and nothing but the truth, and justice means the truth and nothing but the truth, you gotta talk the truth and see the truth. And the turtle boy thing is a total bully and bullies people, harasses people, and whatever the hell he's doing has nothing to do with journalism. That's not a journalist. It's a bully. It's like almost as if a child, like out of control child, and privileged, even like I can do whatever the hell I want, and even justifies actions. See what they did to me. See. No, you do this stuff. So just do your reporting. If you are, even if you're an investigative one, don't just rely on it's been said that this, it's been said that this happened, it's been said that this. Like, come on, man. That's not journalism. That's trash. So we need to understand that. I don't like him. I see through him. Exactly. It's totally. He pokes the bears. Yeah. Not a real journalist. He is of a Reese journalist. Of a Reese journalist? What does that mean? He is of a Reese journalist. He is an as investigator looking for fame. Yeah, I mean, oh my God. He is absolutely, but in a very trashy way. And the problem here is he really, and that's narcissists do that, they really don't get it, that many people believe that, I don't know if he has ADHD or something, he cannot shut up. He just can't shut up. If I watch one of the videos of him back in May or so, I was like, what is this, in his YouTube channel? He can't shut up, and he's talking and talking and let me do this, and let me drink water here, and like do that and do this. It's just all over the place. I mean, it's like almost as a child is out of control and is just like throwing stuff at people and justifies, like, look at what they're doing to me. I'm just this. No, you're not just this. I don't even know what you are or what you're doing, but 100,000,000% you're not number one journalist, and number two, you are hurting her. Like, why don't people get this? Guys, I don't understand. This hurts her. Oh my God. And she needs to also stop that bodyguard full shebang, like this, I am like being filmed, and now the Netflix crap. I mean, guys, this is so getting out of so nasty. This is just and the Yanati pumping people, like, he should have if everything was like real, I think he would have been better off saying this to the public instead of fueling them, saying that, listen, and see the danger. I mean, guys, your grounds are being shaken right now, and the more this goes in that direction, you will be smashed from left and right. So imagine that they will say, no way in hell, because the Commonwealth, by the push of Erin O'Keefe, and who we are established is the narcissist. Why? Because when you watch the CBS Boston, the paid interview with Paul O'Keefe, you can see that at 3 times he mentions throughout his interview his wife and how his wife was affected, what Karen did to his wife, and what happened to his wife, how his wife was being handled, like how his wife was being how Karen looked at his wife, how his wife felt, his wife. It's all about the wife, how the wife felt, how the wife did, how the wife have been treated. What? There you can tell, like, number one, she is the fueling narcissist. It's all about her. She wants her in jail, and that's it. And she's the fuel behind Paul O'Keefe's anger and like this nasty, aggressive, bullying type of interview, calling people to be polarized. It is, again, keep talking about this, how women manipulates men. And these women are so dangerous. Guys, I'm telling you. And I hate the society keeps always like putting this out there as always the women's are the victims. The women's are the victims. Marsha, go back and watch her statement, her questioning. You can see the difference. And Ashley Benfield, look at the body language, look at that. And now she literally, Ashley Benfield copies Karen Reed, the polished and the clothing and everything is polished. This is, and always staring at the camera. This is not a show. This is not a show. And with the bodyguards and all that. And okay, just also to be clear, there's a humongous difference between Karen Reed and Ashley Benfield. Ashley Benfield is the manipulator, like full stop. This is not what I'm saying about Karen. What I don't like about Karen is the attitude gets more and more bizarre, and she lost me by the cheating with that dude there. In any case, so I'm not a fan of her, and many people are not, and that's why it doesn't mean she's guilty or not guilty. And that's the problem in the society. We cannot get the personal feelings out of the truth and the facts and the whatever that is. So for me, I don't give a crap about her. I just want justice. If she didn't do it, she didn't do it. If someone else did it, who did it? That's for me. But I don't like the shebang, the spiel that, and it gets nastier and nastier, and people's personal opinions and what's going on and blah blah. And so that's very, very what I'm talking about, and it's not helping anyone, doesn't help the justice system. It's polarization full force, and polarization full force is a country's worst enemy. And we see this in politics, we see this in everything. Polarization is a country's biggest enemy. With that being said, I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much, Kirsten. Yeah, like very, very obsessive behavior towards each other. A very, very obsessive, very toxic relationship. Very obsessive, like calling 50 times. Not bipolar, but very, very obsessive, like threatening. Okay, I'm gonna leave you, and then I'm calling you. All of that. But love you, hate you. I love you so much. I hate you so much. And he says, I want to leave you, and also he doesn't really mean it, and he wants her to stop, and cannot stop. if we can say one thing that we should never ever 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 do, is that the alcohol is the killer. Kills everything. Even, I mean, it when you see in murder cases, the people are drunk like a maniac, or pretty much majority of, I watched like several ones, like um, with that suitcase case, that she's ultra drunk, doesn't remember anything, and let him die. And then there's another one, ex-wife kills, shots the ex husband who has moved on with another family, shots in sleep, in death, like in the back, by manipulating her new boyfriend, super young boyfriend, 21 years old boyfriend, to do the job for her while she's ultra drunk and whatever. And then and the problem is not only that can cause all of these cases, but the problem, let's say if you didn't do it, the problem is you are not safe because you don't remember a crap. Like in this Karen Reed case, she doesn't remember anything. Nobody remembers. Everybody was drunk like a maniac. So, and that's absolutely, and also not just alcohol, marijuana, right? People are, this young generation are so high. Like the guy who chopped off a 50-year-old mother, and this dude is like 20 something years old, right? It literally chopped off the mother, chopped off the dog, like the dog. What do you want with the dog? And he was so high, he was talking about the universe and I don't know, some bizarre fake spirituality terminologies and what have you. And then did you hear what the police, when he testified, he said he was peeing non-stop peeing. And they said, listen, you gotta stop because we need to get urine samples. And he's like, I can't stop. He's like, just hold for 2 minutes, like hold a second, because we just have some paperwork, just hold on, really, like a minute, like really hold on. And he's like, I'm sorry. And he was peeing on his pants non-stop. And he said, like, I was so, I found it bizarre that the grown-up man couldn't hold his urine, you know, and he had to take out, you know, open his pants and to help him to get the urine samples. Like, and he had so much, THC in his blood. And I knew immediately, without even hearing that, I knew immediately that he was high. I knew it because of the weird wording, the words he was using, what he was talking about, like totally nonsensical and out, like out of space, out of this world, whatever. So, and there you go. It's not rocket science. And so the world really, like, I talk with my dad pretty much every day about this. Like, we both are so deeply disturbed how the world, the humanity, the society gets so out of control, like out of mind, right? And it's pretty much in every country like this. In every country, this is going on, in every country. And so it is very, very disturbing to me. And I think the reason why I'm also doing this, not also on educational purposes, but I want people to see from a different perspective. And I feel like I have to do these videos because when I don't do the videos for some time and then I see people caught up in these very bizarre videos where people, because it can affect people, like the comments and the one person's view can poison the other person's view too. And like, yeah, maybe, sure, you know, but I really hope that I bring another perspective to just put a break on this and say, hold on a minute, hold on, because this is not right, and this is not truth, and this is bizarre, and this is what it is, and it has to be seen as is. It has to be said out loud. And I'm so grateful that people on my channel are totally thinking the same way I think and I view things, and makes me so hopeful for humanity that we are all, and I keep saying this, we are the ones who will save the world. Full stop. That's what I'm thinking, and that's why my channel is small. It's growing. Thanks to you guys, it's growing because I know for a fact that there are so many awesome people like you who really is so sick and tired, but need some, maybe, I don't know, some other people to talk with, or just to have next to them so they feel empowered, so that we can feel empowered and we just can go on and talk about this stuff rather than being bullied or being harassed or being attacked or what have you. And that makes it so special. My channel is so special and so unique. We don't talk BS here. We talk about real stuff, and we talk, and I believe that we can save the humanity because of the factual thinking, seeing the truth, being rational, and going after nothing but the truth, and can be honest about it and not just go with the flow, go with the stream, you know? So that's what I want to say. Was he schizophrenia with no, I don't know if a schizophrenic. No, he wasn't. He was just literally so both, I believe, they had some mental health issues, because the sister, who was 1920 or 21 or something, so she was literally giggling and laughing and flirting with the police officers as they said, your mother is dead. And so she was trying to get attention non-stop from and pleasing the police officers. So it's very, very bizarre. And one might wonder if the mother also had psychological issues or actually psychiatric issues, but I'm not sure. So I don't know. His trial was very, very quick, right? Like full stop quick. He chopped off his mother, like, and the dog. Like, what do you want from the dog? And so it's just so sad. It's just so sad. I had a patient with that, and marijuana exacerbate paranoia. Oh my God, exactly. I mean, listen, since a year I was planning to do, actually, I mean, to plan to do videos on marijuana, because more and more science came out. But I was literally talking about marijuana back in 2014. Or was it 2015? It was 1 year before 2016 election with Bernie Sanders, and there was like this issue with with Hillary Clinton, and so Bernie Sanders was pushed out. Was that 2016 election? So that 1 year before that, so 2014, 2015, I was at that time on Facebook. I was actively talking against recreational marijuana, where they wanted to change the law in Massachusetts to also to later on to just get it approved for like recreational use. And I was nonstop writing. Oh my god, oh my god, I was attacked like crazy from the trolls. Like, my life with the trolls, like, let me tell you that, like Elon Musk trolls and vegan trolls and vegetarian trolls and marijuana trolls and Turkish psychology guru whatever trolls and I don't know, Turkish paid like actresses trolls. And oh my god, like, my life with the trolls, guys. So it's just, I should buy my own trolls, like, you know, Ayguen trolls, like spreading the goodness into humanity. Like forceful goodness, you know. And so um yeah, and so I even and she's not even a friend, like acquaintances, like a scientist. She was a neuroscientist, and so, and that was not even legal in Boston at that time. So she was, I think, one of the Harvard institutions, and so she was a neuroscientist. And then we were just like in a group or so, something with marijuana popped up, and then she admitted that she is also smoking. I was like, what? You as a neuroscientist? And then she like went on. We were just like all in a fight in this group of supposedly fun. And then she claimed that, you know, nothing happens, everything is fine. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me, right? Like, you are in Harvard, a neuroscientist, and you tell me that it's not a drug, that doesn't affect your brain, the nervous system. You got to be kidding me, right? And that was and the night was off. I was so pissed. We were just like heading really bad with her. And then I just left, and it was just so bad. And I never talked to her again. And she spread to everybody that this happened, blah, blah, blah. And so I don't give a crap. So whatever. So again, I kept saying that I don't belong to groups, and other group people are just like always holding to each other, because turns out they were also you know, smoking marijuana too. And again, at that time, it wasn't even legal in Boston, in Massachusetts. So in any case, now for the last several years, like few years, and actively now for the last 2 years, incredible science came out, like boom, 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 proving my fact that I said 10 years ago. Literally. I'm telling you, I mean, it's not rocket science. It's a goddamn drug. Like, there's something called medical marijuana, right? Like, so I will do videos, because I'm glad that it accumulates the science, because then, duh, it's the science, right? And no troll can attack me for this. Oh my god. Yeah, wow, exactly. Wow. Like, and let me tell you this, Kristen, and you will just love this. The trolls at that time, 10 years ago, when I would say that, you know, it's okay about medical marijuana, but not recreational marijuana, I'm absolutely against this. And you know what they say? The trolls. They say, but what about alcohol, huh? What about tobacco smoking, huh? So they're not dangerous to the body, huh? But they are legal, so they are legal, but they are not harmful, so that they are legal. Like, is that your argument? Is that your argument? So, because alcohol and tobacco is legal, that it's not a drug or it's nothing hurtful to the body. We eat high fructose corn syrup all the time, every day, with Splenda and aspartame and non-stop toxin, like, right? We drink on plastic bottles every single day, forever chemicals, even now found in tampons. What are we talking about? That's the industry. And the billions and billions of dollars of marijuana industry, it's all about the money. People just don't get it. Yeah, because they are trolls, you know. But actually, not just the trolls. I'm just telling you, Harvard's neuroscientist postdoc says doesn't do anything to the brain. You gotta kidding, right? That's what I'm saying, guys. I can expose. If I would have talked, I should have like great lawyers, right? So if I would talk about science, like medical research and science, and what I've all seen, many people will lose their titles. Big titles. Big titles. You know. And I, for years, thinking of how we can get more regulation for medical research, because if you think justice system is corrupt, if you think police is corrupt, what should I do? The medical research is corrupt as, you know what I mean. It's a known fact. It's for years, the climate research was all funded by the oil companies. It's a known fact. The fat-free diet, fat makes cardiovascular diseases, fat, and the sugar, that is all debunked by a New York Times article in 2017 or so, or was it 14 or 17, when they literally openly, like, it was an article in New York Times saying, by the way, for all these decades when we just have this fat-free diet, it was actually a paid by this whatever company. A grant money was given to the university. It was a Harvard, I think it was Harvard or something, that actually produced this type of work suggesting that fat causes cardiovascular diseases, which actually it's the opposite. We should eat more fat. And then suddenly keto diet came out. So bizarre, right? The timing. And then you have, oh, I forgot the keto trolls. Hold on. Oh, yeah. I have keto trolls too. The keto trolls are unbelievable. I can do another total different story, like video, on my experience with keto people. Oh my god, oh my god, Kirsten, I want you to be on those videos, because I will have so many videos coming up, very great science, new discoveries, and I will do a lot more of those videos. I have already started to accumulate them, and so there will be so many great videos coming up. So I hope you all are being here. Yeah, ruined, exactly. Look at the lights. Alcohol has ruined, exactly, totally ruined. Alcohol ruins lives. Marijuana ruins lives. And people just watching. And people attack left and right without no common sense, no scientific understanding, and also denying facts. And that's the worst thing you can do. So, thank you so much. I'm so appreciative. It was so good. Oh, sounds great. Yes, yes. I'm so happy that you were here, Kristen. I missed you so much. I'm so happy. I felt so not alone. You know, at first I thought I was talking to myself. Nobody's here. But it was so awesome to see you and to chat with you here. It was so great. So thank you so much. I will see you soon, guys, and stay connected. Sign up for my free newsletter. I have so many things going on there. Actually, there are 3 more days left for the 20% off coupon for my merchandise, my empowered merchandise. I have so many great designs coming up also shortly, and I will try to squeeze this in for the before the 26th, so you can get that in as well. So I hope I will work for that. Yeah, I just now noticed that I have to ramp it up, and I'll publish it because I already did the designs, and you will love them. So thank you so much, guys, again. I will see you. Miss you too. Oh, you are so sweet. I want to hug you. Mwah. So thank you so much, guys. Have a great rest of your week and evening, and see you soon. Bye bye.